The hair is clipped back, the primer is going on, and I'm ready to spill where I've been in the past year. I have missed talking to you guys here on YouTube so much. Like, I can't even put it into words. This feels like so different for me. Like, I forgot how to do it. If you've been a subscriber of mine on here, you may have noticed that I haven't been posting since March of 2024. That was definitely not my intention and not my goal. Like, I know I made a video pretty recently to my last video saying that I was going to be prioritizing TikTok. In a way, I was definitely going to be posting less on YouTube, but I wasn't just gonna stop posting altogether. I'm hesitant to talk about this only because I'm still kind of scared. I did mention it briefly in one of my last videos that I was going to be starting an ASMR channel. I'm just gonna keep it real nice and short and not go too much into detail, but that channel no longer exists. Not by choice. I'll just leave it at that. I was just getting a lot of the wrong kind of attention. Did enjoy making that content for the people that actually used it for the right reasons. Just naturally being a more full-chested girl, you're gonna draw male attention. They're gonna leave really crazy comments. It somehow got flagged on their end. Like, my channel was getting a little bit too much attention really fast. They didn't like my content, and that's pretty much what happened. I tried fighting back on it, honestly, up until last month. So almost a full year of going back and forth and not really winning. So didn't know if this channel was going to also be affected, so I just didn't post because I was really scared. I've worked really hard on this channel for years and years and years, and yes, I don't have a huge subscriber count. This is like my safe space. This is where I go to like just talk about everything and anything, and to have that just taken away from me and the fear of it being taken away from me for good was just too scary to risk posting. So yeah, I decided now or never, because TikTok decided to have a scare earlier this year. It's looking like it's not going to be taken away anymore, but in the case that it does, like, I still want YouTube as a platform for me to like film makeup videos. So I just kind of decided I'm going to just try it, and if it works out, awesome, and if not, I'm gonna try not to be too sad about it. But I'm here now, and I hope that I can continue posting here on YouTube forever and ever. I love this blush so much. It's so cute. Really big things have happened for me all of 2024 and now into 2025. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got married finally to Donovan. And this is a different ring from what I last had on. He did upgrade my ring. I'd love to do a whole video on it. I do plan on doing a whole video about my wedding and sharing pictures and just explaining what happened that day. I always wanted to film my wedding, but I didn't get any content that day of like the actual wedding itself. I did film myself getting ready for my wedding on TikTok, and it's also on my Instagram as well. We got married in September, but I'm skipping so many chapters, so I'm gonna go back really quick. So last summer, if you're new here, it's just a lot of lore to drop, but if you are a returning subscriber, you might remember that I have an office job instead of, you know, fast food. My experience working in fast food was just very toxic, and just that industry in general. So I switched over to a more like career-based job. I talked about it a lot on my channel before, back when my job was like very new to me, and now I've been there for 2 years. But I had the biggest scare over the summer. Like, I don't know why I was chosen for this. I still don't have any answers to it. I'm literally just like still kind of on edge about it. But the company that I worked for originally is an outsourcing company. So literally I was on my lunch break, and then out of nowhere, like, I get pulled to one of the conference rooms, and my not my boss, but like my boss's boss was sitting in there with someone on HR on the laptop. And I was just like, well, technically there's 2 people in the room. That's never a good sign. I'm either getting fired or something. And it just like freaked me out. Basically, I didn't get fired, but they had to eliminate my position, and they tried to offer me a position in replace of it. And what that position was basically like I would have to go to a million different locations and I don't have a set start time. I don't have like a home base location to work from. I just have to go to any location that they need me and work like whatever hours they need me. So technically like you're on call. Like, I don't know who you think I am, but I have social anxiety. Like I can't do that. That's exactly what I told them. They only gave me a month left at my current job. My baby's here. I didn't update you guys yet on them. I moved out. I was gonna get to that in a second, but I have my own apartment now. I was gonna show you guys them at the end and like trick you into thinking I like gave birth or something, because I was gonna tell you guys like meet my babies and it was gonna be them. I love this highlight so much. So I had to turn down the position that they were willing to give me. So because they offered me a position, I wasn't eligible for severance pay. They pretty much knew no one was going to accept that position. Like all of May, I was jobless, except for 2 days. I was struggling and I was in a really bad place because I knew I was getting married. I knew I needed to move out. And I'm like, now I'm jobless. So how am I supposed to get money for my wedding and my apartment? Ended up just applying for like fast food again because I knew that was the one place that would hire me pretty much in like the time frame that I needed to. And it would just be temporary until I could find another career-based job. I applied for Panera. I got the job very quickly, and Panera was an absolute nightmare. That was disgusting how they ran that. Like, I hope it was just that location and not all of them, because that was just atrocious, and it made me not miss that lifestyle at all. That I made the right decision in going into the corporate world, despite it being scary with like potentially losing your job for no reason. I worked at Panera. I worked there for 2 days before I quit. On the second day, I showed up to my second training shift, and they sent me home 45 minutes into that shift because their labor was high. And I'm like, training doesn't count towards labor, because I used to be a manager, you know, in fast food. The people training do not count towards the labor. So why are you sending me home? And it's not because I was bad. Because they sent me home, I was like, this isn't the job for me. I can't be wasting my time driving here, like wasting gas, all that stuff, just for you to send me home 45 minutes in. This is not, like, they promised me full time. They promised me all these things. And I was like, this is a red flag already. If I'm being sent home on my training shift, then what's going to happen when I actually start working actually? Like, I'm just never going to have a full 8-hour shift. So I quit. And because God works in mysterious ways, that same day that I quit, my old manager from my office job reached out to me saying that position opened up again, wanted me back. So I got my job back, and we are no longer working for that outsourcing company. We are working for the actual building that we're working in. So like, we're actual employees this time. We're not outsourced. So we have more job security, more benefits. Basically just, it's a lot better. Like, I'm getting paid more. I have all these new benefits. I don't have to wear a uniform. I can dress cute and office-like every single day. That was a really amazing thing that happened. Like, I was so low for so long, and just, I don't know why I needed to get taught that lesson, whatever lesson that was, but it happened and it was really scary. I'm still working there now, and it has been so great. I love my job so much. Like, I absolutely love it. I was able to save up all my money to afford this amazing apartment literally 2 minutes from my job. Can y'all believe that? I used to live an hour away. Sometimes my drive would be an hour and a half depending on traffic. I live 2 minutes away, and at worst 5. This area that I'm into is just very, very nice. I did not think I was going to be able to move to a town like this, let alone afford it. It's crazy. Like, the rent is high. I only have a 1-bedroom, but I'm able to afford it. I have 2 cute little cats. It's been great. And me and Donovan have we've both started like fitness and health journeys. It's been a month of mine now of working out and eating healthy. Love to do like what I eat in a week or like what I eat in a day kind of videos and stuff like that. I'm in the process of losing weight. I started last month at 181 and now I'm 174. So we are making progress. But you know what's actually funny? So for my wedding, me and Donovan moved into this apartment the day before we got married. So can you imagine the stress of planning a wedding, moving into a new place for the first time, but having it be within 2 days of each other? Like, that was the most stressful time of my life. I would not want to redo that ever again. I'm just glad that it's done and over with. This is Cheeto. He's just a baby. He's turning a year in April, so he's just a baby. I call him Cheeto Puff Pastry. Yeah, I love my kittens so much. Gotta set the face. When I film videos, my makeup just turns out so much cuter than if I just were to sit down and not film at all. Didn't even update you guys on my hair either. I actually dyed my hair back to my natural hair color. I feel like me again. I don't know. I think hair blindness is a thing. Okay, there they both are. Cheeto and Chun. Hi, babies. But for the longest time, I was getting like a blonde balayage. Like, I didn't film my 4th time getting it done, but you guys didn't see me on YouTube with my last blonde balayage, but it was so light, and it went, I didn't even get a balayage. I just got blonde highlights. So it was the entire head of hair. Like, I was fully like honey blonde for a while. I was just missing my dark hair. Dyed it back to my natural hair color, but it's still kind of wet, so you can't see it, but there is a lot of brown throughout it as well. Basically, if you put dark hair dye over top of bleach with hair washes, the hair that was already bleached is still gonna like come through. So it's gonna be lighter over time on the bleached parts, which is going to be like all these end pieces. Whenever my grays start to show again, because I have a lot of gray hairs, but not right now. Once they start popping out again, I'm gonna get my hair retouched up. So basically, like once a year, twice a year maybe, I'm just gonna get a touch up of my natural hair color just to keep it looking refreshed and pretty. And it's a lot healthier than bleaching it, that's for sure. But yeah, here is the finished look. Hi, Junie. Oh, you're so handsome. And here's Chun, mustache. That's how you tell the difference between the two. He does not want to be held by his mother right now. Okay, Chuny boo. Cheeto is like my cat, and Chun is Donovan's cat. Like, they have preferences. I'll get my cuddle time with Chun though, but he loves his dad. He's a daddy's boy, and Cheeto is a mom's boy. I've been filming for 40 minutes now, so I'm gonna get up off of here. Hopefully the video is less than 20 minutes. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.